The evangelicals are all in for Trump. So who's left to vote for him?
Well, I'll have more on Pence tomorrow because he's doing a big town hall tonight, and I want to hear more from him,
But what
honestly.
do you think?
I kind of need to hear more of where he's angling. Like, based on that ad, is so kind of generic. I think
you
he's
worked
angling
for him. You know him.
But here, I want to say this. There's a significance to Pence getting in the race solely from the fact that I believe it's the first time in history a vice president is running against the president they served after.
But what scares me, Alyssa, is that you are incapable of defending a man that you worked for, that you know
I am not.
of.
Oh, no, no. Why don't you ask me a question
you're saying
rather
that you
than...
need to hear.
I did ask you a question.
She
Oh, I
did.
had a point I wanted to
and you
make.
said that you needed to hear more from him. And I don't need to hear more from Pence. Because when I lived
Well,
in
you just
India...
accused me of something, so why don't you let me actually answer? You're not going to vote for a Republican ever.
No, I'm gonna finish what I'm gonna say. A lot of people died because of how he handled the COVID crisis.
I mean, you defended Cornel West yesterday, who would destroy our country, so...
He also was a parrot for Trump.
Don't make this personal. Let's hear.
He spearheaded the Trump.
Sonny likes to make it personal with me, so we'll just... Are you going to give me a chance to answer?
Speaking the truth.
This is not what the show is about. This is Barbara Walters' legacy.
It's
Let a woman
view.
speak.
It's
everybody's view. No, it's Sonny Hostin's view.
And Pence did not quarantine.
Well, Joy, you asked her
Pence did not quarantine himself.
You said, why would someone vote for him?
Are you just going to keep going, or am I going to get...
Yes, because I'm finished.
Answer my question.
You know what?
Now, Sonny saying the statement, Alyssa seems incapable of defending this man. Yeah, it was a little snarky and personal. It was. It most definitely was. However, you know, this is The View. They debate, and it gets personal. Too bad, so sad. Like, is that the worst thing for her to say, this is Barbara Walters' legacy, and how dare you do this to Barbara Walters' child. Why do I say that? Barbara's, I add on an S to everything. How dare you do that to Barbara's Walters and her legacies? And it's like, girl, have you been watching The View for the past 20 years? You think that's the worst thing to happen to Barbara's Walters' legacies? Right? So I'm like, why are you blowing this up? Like, you're making this into a bigger thing, and it's because she won't let you speak because it's her turn to speak. Okay, so yeah. Was it a little rude? Okay, sure. Whatever. Is it the rudest thing Sonny done ever said? No. Is it the rudest thing to happen on this damn panel? Absolutely not. Like, that was so small compared to what I believe Alyssa was trying to make it seem. And then, secondly, I just kind of feel like Joy spoke, Sarah kept cutting in, Alyssa spoke, Whoopi ushered in the segment. Why, when Sonny speaks, she then has to be cut off by Alyssa because Alyssa is mentioned? Because Alyssa feels as though, well, you accused me of something, so now in this moment I need to defend myself. No. Wait until Sonny speaks. Wait until Sonny finishes her entire statement, and then you can jump in and piggyback and defend yourself. Like, I don't understand that. Alyssa is acting like she didn't get that whole time to speak. Do we not remember? Hold on.
I want to say this. There's a significance to Pence getting in the race solely from the fact that I believe it's the first time in history. I'm going to say everything we know about him. I'm going to challenge him on the things. I completely think so. I think he's paving the way for a GOP. He's paving the way to save the party he and I have believed.
What's what you said, though, about Governor Sununu?
So Alyssa had, I'm not playing it all because I can't play it in real time, but she spoke for like a good 2 minutes. You spoke at least 1 minute and 45 seconds, right? And then Sarah gets in, and then Joy gets in. Sonny has yet to say nothing but 2 syllables. So when it gets to Sonny's turn and she mentions Alyssa, all of a sudden, Sonny must stop herself in her tracks to let Alyssa speak.
Why don't you let me actually answer? You're not going to vote for a Republican ever.
No, I'm gonna finish what I'm gonna say. The thing about Pence here is that when I lived in Indiana and I went to Notre Dame, he had a terrible approval rating because of the way he treated the AIDS crisis.
Look at Alyssa.
Awful. A lot of people died because of him. A lot of people died because of how he handled the COVID crisis.
You defended Cornel West yesterday, who would destroy our country.
He also was a parrot for Trump.
Don't make this personal. Let's hear.
He spearheaded the Trump.
Sonny likes to make it personal with me, so we'll just... Are you going to give me a chance to answer?
Speaking the truth.
Are you going to give her a chance to finish? It's like you already had 1 minute and 45 seconds. Let Sonny have her 1 minute and 45 seconds, and then when she gets ready to end her statement, that's when you can then and go and defend yourself and your candidates and your folks, you know, Operation Warp Speed so you can defend Pence, right, and all of what he did or did not do during his tenure during the VP-ship. Like, girl, Alyssa is now victim of the year, Candy. And listen, when they came back from break, so Whoopi was like, okay, well, we need to stop this because it got really super chaotic. Sarah kept jumping in, and I'm like, Sarah, why are you talking? Sarah, why are you talking? Okay, you see that Sunny is trying to finish her point. You see that Alyssa is trying to jump in, and then Sarah gonna talk. I usually be here for Sarah, but Sarah was kind of annoying the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie about the situation. Sarah, like, okay, Alyssa, shut up, be quiet. Let this, the faster you let her finish, the faster you can get on. Because I don't know, to me, it's about the principle. It's not about the content. It's really not about Pence. It's not about the conservative liberal. To me, it's not even about what they're talking about. It's just the simple principle of wait your turn, especially when you already had a turn. That's how I feel about it. So y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about the situation in the comments down below. Listen, it is what it is. Are you watching The View? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.